Hey there, Start here. So I've got another fun with fundamental forces clear for you guys. So for those of you that don't know, you probably already know this, but I figured I would just go ahead and make sure everyone is aware of these 8th anniversary special quests. So there are quite a few of them. A lot of them just give kind of like, whatever rewards, but getting tickets is nice. You got those for clearing the story event, the Fundamental Forces story event, so hopefully you did that. And then there were a couple of quests that, want you to do like the old Grace trials, like Grace of Flame, Grace of Lightning, Grace of Darkness, Grace of Wind. I have yet to do that one, but also the Depths of Chaos Rush. You get 300 Azure Pearls for that, which allows you to awaken a single unit to NV+. And so I figured I would do these as well. I'm going to start with the Depths of Chaos Rush. That's what this video is going to be concerning. And then I'll do a separate video. Probably won't get to it today. I'm running out of time today. But surely we'll be able to get to it tomorrow. And there are already tons of clears of the Grace trials. Basically like first turn knocking them out, because they're quite old at this point. They're a bit dated. They're very much power crept by units like Fundamental Force. So you could probably just go in there and knock out all the Grace trials to get the replica Lapis. But for this one, I'm going to do the Depths of Chaos Boss Rush using Fundamental Force, and we're going to knock that one out quick and easy. So if you're looking for it and you don't know where it is, go to the Nemesis tab, scroll all the way down to the bottom into the Depths of Chaos. And you can do all the fights individually. That's what all these are. But to get the extra 8th anniversary award, you want to do the Depths of Chaos Rush, which is all 6 bosses in one fight. It was a lot of fun when it first came out, because it was a bit challenging at the time. There were certainly units who in teams you could take in to just absolutely murder it, but it was a lot of fun kind of figuring it out. So there are there's 6 bosses. There's the first 2 are human fairy, and then there's a plant, then there's an Aquan, then a demon, then a dragon. So those are the races you kind of have to be concerned with. We're definitely going to get this all missions. So there shouldn't be any well, except for we won't do the FFBE category units, because I'm going to bring a free unit, but you could easily make it in all missions clear. Let's just say that. I'm just going to take a random Fundamental Force friend, and I'm going to purposefully take one that's EX2. All right, just to show you, you don't need an EX3 or an EX3 friend in order to get this one done. Mine is obviously EX3. I cannot, revert it, but I have built it so that it is comparable to an EX2. All right, so it's almost an all FFBE team. If you wanted to do an all FFBE clear, you could take out the free unit Ash. I'm using Ash because she is a free unit and everybody should have her at this point. But you could easily take her out and put in like Celeste. You could even do like an EX0 Celeste, because you'll see how I'm going to use Ash, and Celeste would basically work the same way. But Ash is nice here if you just want to clear it and get it out of the way. Ash is really nice here as a free unit to bring along for the fight. So I'll just really quickly look at there. So Ash, I literally just hit optimize and pushed the MP button, because I just don't want her to run out of MP from using her skills every fight. And then with Elena, it honestly doesn't even matter. She's even like missing some gear. It really doesn't matter too much. Just give her a good spread of some resists, general bulk. And yeah, that's all she really needs here. She's not here to deal damage. She's just here to basically omni cover on the first turn on some of these fights. So I'm not going to do this as like a wailed out team, first turn, kill everything. We are going to do some setup turns, and so having Elena as an omni cover really helps. If you don't have Elena, but you have like Abigail, really, honestly, you just need somebody to omni cover on turn 1 for a few of these fights, so that we have that 1 turn breathing room to set up our fundamental forces to then nuke it on turn 2. So it doesn't have to be Elena, but Elena's nice because she chains Extreme Nova with the fundamental forces. So that's why I use her. As for the fundamental force, here's my build. It's not easy hitting the plant and the Aquan killers for her. She hits all the other races basically innately, so you don't have to worry about those. But doing like the plant and the Aquan killers are a little bit trickier for her. So you'll see gear like scanning goggles for plant killer, Rundarine for the Aquan killer. I'm not using any clash gear on mine. I'm not using her EX ability. We've got two 75% Aquan killers there and a 75% plant eater in there, and then I'm using the card that came with her on the banner. If you know, I assumed if you pulled for fundamental force, you probably got this card, so that's why I threw that one in there. So her killers are we're good on demon, human, fairy, and dragon. We've got 200 aquatic and 250 plant. All right. Now the friend unit, the friend unit I picked is just a random one. It's not going to have the plant and the Aquan killers in it, but don't worry. We've got ways to get around it. Kaito is literally just here to be your breaker and to use his unpredictable tide skill on the Aquan boss, so that we don't have to wait until turn 5 to kill it. All right. If you don't have Kaito, just bring another breaker. It just means on the Aquan boss, you're just going to have to sit around and twiddle your thumbs until turn 5, when all the mitigations or when the buffs wear off to kill it. Or you can try and kill it on the first turn. So Sakura doesn't have anything. What I will do actually is I'll just optimize for MP as well, just so she has something. Also, in case you want to use her, elemental power ability, to give somebody a 100 amp, it's there. So my friend unit, just a random friend I picked up. Yeah, not even fully maxed out. That's fine. You know what? It's great. We're gonna see how it doesn't matter. So yeah, like a smattering of killers, definitely not maxed out on anywhere close on aquatic and plant. But as you can see, she basically comes already preloaded with the rest of the killers, no matter which one you pick. So let's take this team and let's just knock this thing out and get that 8th anniversary quest. All right, so like I mentioned, the first 2 bosses are human and fairy. Okay, so basically what we're going to do with Ash is we're going to quad cast Inthundaga, Royal's Order. The Royal's Order is what does the 400 buff with 300 LB buff. We'll do Thunder Formation, which does the 70% lightning amp. We're just going to stick with lightning the whole fight. We're going to go lightning all the way. So Thunder Formation and what's the last thing? Oh yeah, Heaven's Wrath Thunder for the Lightning Imperil. All right, and that's basically what she's going to do almost every turn. Almost every fight for the turn 1. Kaito is just going to do Crashing Waves for the break. Sakura is going to... I forgot to give her... the Bahamut synergy to fill up her summon gauge. That's all right. We'll try and get that next turn. So Celestial, Sanctuary, Shining. All right. You want her to provoke. We can just do, I tell you what, with Sakura, we can just do Burst. Okay. And hopefully we'll get enough Esper filled up by next turn. All right, so let's do Plasma Storm for the Lightning Imbue, Heavenly Hypernova, and then Hercules for the Human Killer. We're going to do the same thing on both of them. Okay, Plasma Storm, Hercules, Hypernova. So that gives us our mod boost, gives us our Lightning Imbue with a 60% amp, and a 200% Human Killer. Okay. All right. We are going to just go ahead and do some LBs. It shouldn't matter that we don't have the Imperil field yet. Yeah, it sucks that I forgot to put that on my Sakura, but we're still going to kill this thing no matter what. Now we have a full Esper gauge, which is great. Okay. So now Sakura can summon. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to hit reload. All right. And do, I'm just going to do Kaito and Ash. That's why I had Ash do M Thundaga as one of her actions last turn, because we're just going to reload and go, and we're going to knock this one out on the first turn. Okay. So the first two pretty easy. All right, but it's nice that, you know, the killers match to what Fundamental Force has. The next two bosses are the plant and then the Aquan. And so since we know our killers are not going to be aligned with these, we're going to use some of our bigger buffs on our Fundamental Forces. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do Heavenly. We're going to do Limitless and Supreme, not the plus versions, just the regular versions. Okay, so that's going to do our 100% amp, all right, and our 400% LB buff. Okay, and then we'll do Celestial Sanctuary Shining. Okay, I'm not gonna do Rama on this one, so we want to save that for later, because when we get to the demon boss, it's going to remove all of our fields, so we just want to make sure that we are saving that on our Sakura. All right, but Kaito and Ash can go ahead and go. Okay, and now we can do our LBs. Okay, if you want to, you can even have Kaito do his LB, you know, to like ramp up the chain first if you want, and if you're like really hurting for damage here, but, you know, for me, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, and this one's the Aquan. So this is the one that does a Mighty Guard on, you know, at the end of turn one. So you have two options. You either, you know, if your team is strong enough, you can go ahead and just kill it on the first turn. Maybe your team is good enough to do that. Otherwise, you bring Kaito to get rid of the buffs on turn 2 and nuke it, or you wait until turn 5. Those are your options for this guy. All right. So I'm gonna hit reload. I'm going to we're gonna do a setup turn. So we'll do. Actually, no. We're going to do Hypernova, Limitless Plus, Supreme Plus, because again, you know, we don't have good plant or Aquan killers, so we're going to go ahead and use our big buffs to make sure we knock out these bosses. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, so now Kaito's going to come use his Unpredictable Tide to remove the defense and spirit buffs, and we are free to nuke this guy. All right, now we've got Dark Medusa, who is a demon. Fundamental Force comes already preloaded with 300% demon killers, so we don't have to worry about that. And this is another reason why Ash is nice to bring into this fight, because we'll do our usual Royal Order Thunder Formation for the amp field, because you see Medusa has gotten rid of our fields. So now instead of an Imperil field and an amp field, we have water and wind amp and reduction field, so we got to get rid of that. But Ash is really nice here because she has some demon killers in her kit. So we're going to use that for this boss, and then again, end with Heaven's Wrath for the Imperil. Alright, and then we're going to summon Rameau one more time. Alright, Kaito is just going to go back to doing Crashing Wave. Elena. We'll do her Celestial Sanctuary Shining. Alright, we'll do the usual Plasma Storm. Yeah, we'll just do Plasma Storm, Heavenly, and yeah, we'll do Galactic Thunder, why not? Heavenly, Plasma, Galactic. Alright, and now we nuke. Okay, last boss. And it is a dragon, which we do have innate killers to in Fundamental Forces kit. So this one's going to be easy peasy. Okay, I'm just going to hit reload. And then we'll do the usual Celestial Sanctuary Shining. Alright, Fundamental Force. We'll do Plasma, Draco, Heavenly. Alright. Plasma, Draco, Heavenly. Okay. Boss will do a bunch of attacks that do nothing because Elena is omni-covering. And now we're just ready to roll. Okay, we'll even let Kaito play this time because it's the last fight, so why not? Let's let Kaito have some fun. And there you go. Positively murdered. Wasn't that fun? 15 bill. Easy peasy. I think the first couple bosses have like 4 billion, and then they go up to like 5 billion for the second two, and then the last two have like 6 billion, I think. So yeah, I mean, as long as you're doing like 6 billion damage on each fight, you should be fine. Yeah, there you go. I mean, and really the only reason mine did so much more was because I actually built mine with some plant and aquan killers. So, you know, there's that. And yeah, that's pretty much how we get that one done. So now I can go collect my reward. Yep, you see right there at the top that I have cleared that special anniversary quest. So I can go collect that now. Let's go see how we did. All right. Thank you for the Azure Pearls. All right, one more Envy Plus unit I can awaken. Oh, hey, look at that. Is this the news? Ah, just in time. Well, you know what? While we're here, let's do a little bit of news, huh? Okay, we're getting Final Fantasy 16 units, some more. So we've got Sidolphus. Of course, there has to be a version of Sid in every fight, right? And then Benedicta. I never played Final Fantasy 16, so I have no idea about these units. I have no idea if they're any good. I haven't done any kind of research over on the JP side on these units, other than Clive. Clive was the only one that I sort of knew about and was considering polling for way back when. Looks like the same units on the same, so it looks almost identical to the Clive banner. Even the same rate up units with like Hio and Lightning and Physalis. Let's see what these units are all about. So let's see. Sid. Looks like Sid is a lightning focus unit. So he's a physical attacker and a buffer. What does he have going on in his kit? Anything good? Ooh, okay. So he's got a He's got another 1250 leader skill. But it's only for evocation units. Ugh. Gross. Okay. Nope. Won't be using that. Alright, he's got some beast killers. Alright, yeah, no, that doesn't look interesting to me. Alright, Benedicta, what does she got going on? Oh, she's a wind. Ooh, wind? Wind is a dead element. Yeah, wow. That leader skill's not saving anybody. She does have a 200% wind in peril. But again, like, where are the wind units to actually, like... I mean, I guess technically Fundamental Force has wind in her kit and is technically a wind tag unit. But really, like, who's gonna use a wind team anymore? All right, so basically two DOA units is what it sounds like, unless I'm missing something. Like I said, I haven't done any research on these units, but honestly, they look like they are both DOA. They don't have any global upgrades that I can see. So to me, that is a sign that you should not pull for these units. What else we got? Anything good? Crappy vision card? Nope. Okay. We don't want that. And yeah, this is just the exchange shop stuff. All right, our login bonus. Are we getting anything unique, or is it just the same old crap? Yeah, same old shards. And that's it. Maintenance is going to last 7 hours. All right, so prepare yourself for that. All right, so super quick news. Super snooze. Super snooze news. Anyways, hopefully this was helpful to you guys. Like I said, I will do the Advent of Purgatory, also known as the Grace Trials. I will do those tomorrow. I'll probably just do all 4 in one run because honestly, like, I mean, they're so power crept at this point that Fundamental Force, you could honestly go in with just about any element on the Grace Trials and just nuke it. So I might just do them all in one video and just, you know, I'll put timestamps, of course, in there for you guys, so, you know, to break it up. But yeah, so you can look forward to that tomorrow. I am going to continue chipping away at, like, Kefka and Vlad to see if I can get them, you know, either one of them done, even if it's like a, you know, just a sub 30 turn clear. I'm going to try and get those done before Wilhelm comes out, just to see if I can do it. Might not be able to do it without Clive, but we'll see. I'll give it a go, or maybe I'll just get lucky and pull a Clive on ad summons, and then I can go from there. Anyways, things to look forward to coming up this week and hopefully in the future. So thank you guys so much for following me, and I will see you on the other side.